What if he pulled it and just went?
What the fuck? He's like, if I gag, I gotta give you 25 bucks.
Welcome back to another amazing episode of The Careful Boys.
Wow, I like that order in the court.
Order in the court, everybody. We got a knife over here.
It's loud, by the way. That is loud.
It is like, you don't like it?
We're supposed to have a platform, but then I lost it.
A platform for this?
Yeah.
Well, we got tables.
Yeah, we need a platform for it.
That being said, is that the platform?
Oh, that's way better.
I'll kind of mute it a bit. All right.
That's not
Order.
the platform, but I make a...
Order.
Order. Now, Mr. Gambini.
You're gonna hear a lot of boops, a lot of bangs.
Gonna hear a lot of beeps, a lot of boops.
Look, we make noise. Okay, hey, next door we make noise. That's what we do. That's our job. My dad did it. His dad did it. That's what I did.
When the DJ says make some noise, they're talking about me.
They talk about my industry.
Context, we're talking about our neighbors. Yeah. Other than that, let's talk about our physical ailments that we may have experienced in our past, present, or whatever.
So probably the only reason I'm not a weed head, like some people in this room.
Hey, we don't do as much things that you think that we do.
That's a fact.
Did you ever have a dweem?
We don't do the things that you're thinking. It's just the image.
The most boring people that have ever moved to LA probably is our group. But yeah. I'm sorry, to Las Vegas, because like Vegas is known, you know, the city of sin and all shit, and it's like, before it's like, I'm going to bed at 7:30, and like Joe's like, I don't drink, and I don't fucking smoke, pretty much.
You guys fit right in.
But no, I smoke like a bitch because, like we were talking about before, I had whooping cough when I was a teenager.
Explain to the people that weren't born during the Great Depression what whooping cough is.
Right, so it's like, you can look it up.
Do you get it from another person?
Oh my god, we're in a digital age. No, yeah, you get it from a different person and it spreads like crazy. Like it's actually really, really contagious. And it can kill like babies even.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Yeah. Go ahead, Anthony.
Whooping cough may begin like a common cold, but unlike a cold, the coughing can last for weeks or months. Symptoms of whooping cough usually develop within 5 to 10 days after you come into contact with the bacteria that cause it. Sometimes symptoms do not develop for as long as 3 weeks.
Whoa.
So I had it so bad that it did damage to my lungs. So like to this day I can't inhale certain things like cigarettes or weed.
Glade.
I can't do it. I'll cough like a bitch. And but you know, one of my favorite comedic crutches is my wheezy laugh, which I use for hacky humor. And then the reason why I start hacking after that is because I had whooping coughs, like my lungs were fucked with, but then like, it sounds rough eventually, but that's why. So yeah, but yeah, it sucked because coming out of that, like I had whooping cough, and then like I was doing improv at the time, and we would always laugh, like, because we're doing improv, and we would all break on stage and all kinds of hacky, stupid shit that you shouldn't do because you're pros, but you do because, you know, you see your guy next to you, you respect so much, and he's laughing, and you fucking bust up, and then you guys are wheezy laughing, and probably the audience doesn't even care, and probably hates you for it.
They're leaving.
Yeah, they want to leave, and they're like fucking looking at their watches, like they're looking at their watch and their fucking pocket watch, and like their fucking, they got like 7 watches they're looking at, while you guys are like making each other laugh on stage. Good for you, you suck. But
the trauma there, huh?
But the coughing was crazy during that, like, because I would cough and people would think I was sick, and I wasn't. I was sick like months and months ago, but yeah. So laughing too much would do that to me. So laughing is my curse. Please don't make me laugh. If it's medically.
It brings it back?
Yeah.
Really?
Medically,
How did you know that it was whooping cough? Did you go to the hospital?
Yeah. I was diagnosed with it.
I wonder.
Did you ever find out who gave it to you?
Yeah, it was my improv mentor at the time.
Oh shit! No way! You actually know?
Yeah. Because he was diagnosed.
Laughing
with it.
is his curse too.
It's not just bronchitis.
What?
You want to go in for a re-diagnosis at this age?
No, I had some major bronchitis in 2019, right before lockdown in February, right? And I remember the news talking about COVID and stuff, the corona. And then I asked at the urgent care, I'm like, oh, I just had this crazy session. Like, I have to get pills and all that. And they're like, no, that just sounds like a bad case of bronchitis. It's probably not COVID.
So I had that too, because we both got it from the same launch party. But it was different than whooping cough, because whooping cough, I couldn't breathe in a certain amount without coughing. But with this one, it was completely different as far as like, I would just cough, 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 cough. Like it had nothing to do with like breathing in and then coughing.
Can you do scuba?
I'm a certified scuba diver, so yeah.
That wasn't a problem having to get certification?
No, never was a problem. My lung capacity is actually pretty good. It's just that there was damage done, so it's a certain amount of whatever.
So you just can't get through.
You shouldn't put toxins in your lungs, basically.
I guess not.
You just can't get through a whole Rodney Dangerfield movie.
I'll die.
So there's no way to heal your lungs from that? Like eating bananas
I think
or
through
something?
God can do that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotta
If
let
I
go
thoughts
and
and
let God.
prayer it out of me, maybe.
We'll give you some thoughts and prayers.
You ever tried Wim Hof?
No, what is that again?
That is what I do when I was doing cold training and breathing exercises to hold my breath. There's like a lot of people that had like lung issues and like just different health issues that when they did that technique, it helped them out.
Really?
Dude, no bullshit. You should like YouTube just like an intro Wim Hof thing and try to just experience it one time.
You basically hyperventilate.
We should do it together.
But do I gotta be cold for long?
No. It's not even cold stuff. Just the breathing. You could like just lay down in a comfortable spot. Yeah. You breathe in a certain way. Like you inhale strongly through your mouth, starting from your gut by pushing your stomach out and all the way until you feel air going to your head. The second you inhale as much as you can up to there, you exhale as if you don't care. So it's like. And you just keep doing it like 15, 30 times or something, and then on the last one you hold your breath, and no shit, you can hold it for like over 2 minutes.
I can already do that though.
Bullshit. Do it right now.
No, nobody.
2 minutes of him just sitting there.
But like just doing that, even from an intro level, doing that over and over, it like oxygenates like the rest of your body. You feel it like tingling in different places and stuff, and it actually does help you.
The cold training shit works. I know that because like anytime I do a cold shower, I'm like, whoa, I'm like fucking awake in my fingertips.
Yeah, I love doing that.
I think that shit's real.
I'm too pussy to do it, but when I do it, it's great.
I know. I hate being cold for long, but I'm like, oh, this is good.
In the morning is hard.
I only enjoy cold showers on hot days.
Yeah.
It's already
After a workout, yeah.
I'm a big tough guy when it's hot and it's like.
Yeah, the worst thing when you wake up and you're already cold, and then you get out of your warm blankets, and then you're like, let's go.
Anybody else? Physical ailments?
I grew up with so many things that my parents thought that I was gonna not survive adulthood.
they bet against you.
Yeah. I had like
Do tell.
stomach issues. I had pneumonia once. I was hospitalized multiple times. I was allergic to everything. As soon as I was born, they found out like a little bit later when I started eating solids. Like when I was eating rice, I had all like this crazy breakout. And then they took me to the hospital and they're like, yeah, he can't eat rice, he can't eat milk. So basically I grew up paleo before what paleo was.
Wow.
Just meat and veggies. And then slowly I was able to introduce grains. Like I couldn't eat egg. Like I could eat yolk, I can't eat the white.
Whoa.
Yeah, I couldn't eat cereals, I couldn't eat a lot of stuff. Or else I break out like crazy and then feel sick.
Like eczema?
Yeah, like my eczema was bad. It's head to toe, and it's genetic too, because one of my other nephews has the same thing. And then, yeah, I was always getting sick too, like going to the hospital for different reasons. Never broke a bone, but it was always like intestine issue, stomach issue, or like some kind of, lung bronchitis, whatever, every year. And then I just stopped getting sick. Like around the times I started doing a lot of drugs. Like I became like homeless immune. Like I'd be sleeping 3 hours a night or whatever, eating whatever people gave me with my friends and just out and about.
Whatever people gave you.
Yeah, literally. Like I would just be crashing at my friend's house for like a while, just eating their food, and then we go to the next house. And then so like the goal of the day was how high can we get? Like that was probably most of my high school. And then around that time, like I would get like the flu and I'm like coughing, vomiting, and then they're like, let's go rave. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So we go to like Master Dome and shit, get rolled. Like we're just popping E-pills while I'm like, when I have a fever, I'm out here doing a Nordic track, dancing my fucking fever away. The next day, I'm fine. I wake up and I'm not vomiting anymore. I don't have any like fever.
Do you think it was the thing? It's like, hey dude, if you go to this event, you're gonna get the flu every time because Joe's just there with the fuck. It's like everyone just knows you're gonna get the flu.
But it's great. It's great,
Joe comes back, he's like, I'm fine. Everybody has the flu now.
What's wrong with you guys?
Mastodon?
Master Dome. It used to be this area in Riverside. You know what's fucking crazy, right? So event photography.
Yeah.
Like they would go out and take pictures of the raves and whatever. And I was curious one day, and there are photos of me at like
I was here.
13 years old.
Rolling?
with my friends, like on ecstasy. It's on the forums out there.
Wow.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, but I think that was the time when I stopped being sick all the time, and then like all into being an adult now. Like, I don't know, I'm never sick, and then like nothing affects me. I had COVID, and I just lost taste, and that was it.
Same.
Yeah, maybe I just been so sick that I'm like a doctor with all this disease in me already. Like I'm immune because
You have cultures of different things.
Yeah.
Well, the first time when you and me had meme COVID, when everyone said we didn't have COVID yet because it's not
That was brutal.
2019. That was brutal.
Yeah.
But that was actually confirmed later to be the first wave of COVID, which we had, which was brutal. But then the part where everyone's like, you had accepted COVID, okay, that's fine. You can say you had COVID here. That was a piece of cake.
Yeah, the December one that we had was it 2020?
Easy mode.
I just lost taste. That was it.
Easiest shit ever.
I didn't even know I had COVID. And I tested negative too.
I had worse nights doing improv. Just doing a bad show.
Yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah.
I had a thing in I want to say like 2010 or 2009 or something like that. I started developing these like what were called body abscesses, just like on the sides. It's like a giant pimple, but it wouldn't be like a shallow one. It would like flare up or get infected, so to speak, right? And in one case too,
like boils,
kind of.
Fuck.
In one case, it got on my elbow. It's right here, as you can see. I went to 3 different like doctors, including like skin people and stuff like that. And then people kept on saying like, oh, we don't know what it is, but it must be like an immunodeficiency or something like that. So they give me like all these like random, suggestions for lifestyle changes. I entered a phase where I didn't drink, I didn't smoke for like 8 months. I slept. I made sure I had to sleep for 8 hours. I showered twice a day. I like didn't do a bunch of different things, but I would just like get them. And one time, when I got it on my elbow, I went to Vegas and I was partying and stuff because I was like, fuck it, dude, I don't know what this is anymore. Being stupid as it was, and it got super infected to the point where this little thing grew here, and then it went all the way, literally from here, it went all the way to my like my wrist area, and it was just, and I couldn't bend my arm.
Damn!
So I finally go to urgent care. This is my first time. I never been to like a hospital. I never had to go through surgery. I never broke a bone or anything. This is right out, I came back from Vegas. I go to this urgent care, and then they basically have to cut it open, and then the doctor and the nurse are just squeezing this huge
I wish I could
amount.
watch that.
Yeah, I wish I could watch it too.
Could you smell it?
I don't fully recall.
White pus?
Not really, actually. Yeah. It's just like plasma and pus, right? And it was so much that it's one of those things that I never fucking understood this experience before. Yeah. After they fully squeeze it out, they take like this, almost like a clown's blow-up balloon that's like hella long and thin, and they shove it in. They just keep on pushing it in, like this like little fucking rubber thing. I'm like, what is that? They're like, it's to collect the plasma and pus that you're gonna keep creating, and then you gotta come back in like a week or whatever and we'll pull it out. Oh. I was like, okay, so they shoved this like whole thing in there, and then
it's like a vacuum bag.
gauze it up. Yeah.
Why do they need to do that? Don't you naturally create that to like protect, like?
I think when it's infected, like I'm almost over creating it, and it's like
to combat it. Oh.
Right, and then I had to go back a week later or whatever. They cut it, they pulled the whole thing, and I remember when they were pulling it out too. What a sensation to just have like a pus-full balloon.
I've been there.
Slowly being really
Different part of my body out of my penis. Not kidding.
No way.
Wait.
When I had kidney stones, I don't want to take it from here.
Oh, yeah, that is how yeah.
I can't wait to get to the story. Yeah, so they just pulled it out and it.
No, that sensation though is fucking.
Yeah, it was.
What would you compare it to? Because I'm sure there's nothing you can really compare it to. But
Oh my god.
best guess.
You ever eat spaghetti and laugh and sneeze and then spaghetti? And then you go, oh shit!
Wow, that's really good. That's actually better than I could have ever come up with.
It's just such a weird sensation, and it's just like it just lasts so long. Just a feeling like what the fuck, and it goes.
So when I had my kidney stones, right, they had to blast it out with a laser very quick, and then they blasted it with a laser, but then they put a stent in me to collect
What's a
a stent is like it's a little plastic container that's gonna collect all the particulates so that there's not gonna be more
Mineral buildup?
fragments.
Yeah,
Fragments because they blew it up, but they didn't get all of it.
Oh, okay.
So there might be more fragments, and then this will collect them so that they can
In your
in my
bladder?
in the side of my body right
So
here.
they cut you up and they stick that in
Yeah.
there?
So that doesn't redeposit?
Yes, and then they have the stent is there to collect all of that stuff that will go through my urethra eventually, but it won't make it there because this is in the way. And then there was a string coming out of my dick for like 4 days, where and it was I you know
Stringy dick.
because I had to think wow.
So you look like a candle.
It's not a string. It's not a string. No.
So it's like a tampon.
Yeah. No, it was like a candle exactly. It's like but you're
Like a little wick.
It was, dude, it was fucking wild because I got out of surgery and then like this is part of my body now. It's like weird, but then days later I just go in for like they're like, hey, we're gonna remove the stent today, and then you're just thinking like, okay, well I just went in for surgery. It's like fucking crazy. They had to put me under all this stuff, and then like, okay, hey, Mr. Greene, stent removal, awesome, come with me. And then I go in there, and then I'm in there with him, and then the doctor's like, cool, want to take down your pants? I'm like, cool, take down your pants. And then he's like, yeah, so anyway, and he grabs the string and he just fucking yanks it out of me. And he just pulling and pulling, and this thing's like long, guys. No! Spaghetti noodle out of the nose. And it was like this, I was like, ah! And I was like, but I didn't take it like a bitch. I was like, and I grabbed the guy's shoulder like that.
So he had your shoulder, you had his shoulder?
Yeah. And it was just like a little bit like that. And then it was done. But then I saw this fucking thing flapping out of my body. It was like, what the fuck? What the fuck did they do to me?
What if he pulled it and just went?
And he's like, if I gag, I gotta give you $25.
I'd be like, don't waste it. Don't you fucking waste that shit.
Swallow it, bitch. I'd say swallow it, bitch.
Face? You'd be like, doctor, what the fuck?
The best part is the sound of.
Yeah. He's gonna love these.
Best part of my day.
Come back next time.
That's fucking wild.
So you guys are just the pillars of perfect health, or what?
No, not at all. I have endometriosis.
What is that?
So
That's a tough one.
it's rough. So I struggle with that, but the last 5 to 6 months have been progressively better because I've been doing my own research and biohacking. But basically it's where tissue grows on the outside of your uterus or various areas, and cysts form, and sometimes they rupture. And so when I have my
Internal cysts.
Yes. So when I have my menstrual cycle, this is when this happens. And the pain is...
Yeah.
The pain is...
The pain is.
It's not too bad. I got you. It's not too bad.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's no stringy dick, but it's not too bad.
Is that the same thing as ovarian cyst?
There are different categories, but similar.
Oh shit.
But it's so bad that sometimes when a cyst ruptures, I'll pass out.
Whoa.
What the fuck?
Yeah, this was actually yesterday, guys. By the way.
Oh no. You passed out yesterday?
Yeah.
What do you mean, like, is anyone, like, if you're alone, you just pass out and you get back up and you're like, what
So the pain is so heavy that your body goes into shock and you end up throwing up, and then to the point where you have nothing left in your system, and then you're in so much shock that you pass out, and the pain is that heavy that you wake yourself back up into it.
Fuck.
And so it's a cycle
That
of
is torture.
for like a good, for me particularly, it's like 36 hours straight. So like a day and a half of my life is just in bed and just trying to make
Who's taking care of you?
Yeah.
myself.
What the
Yeah.
fuck, dude? You should have someone
I
nearby,
have-
right?
Yeah, oh my god, if only you had somebody out there that could save you.
Yeah, you need.
Oh god, you're gonna. Her inbox is already full.
Look, you need a man who doesn't have too many muscles, because you don't need all that.
That's just vain, right?
Yeah, that's all like your own personal vanity and bullshit. Like that.
No, I have people that take care of me.
There's no treatment for it?
No, there is no cure, and any doctor that I ever go to is like, oh, it's just really bad cramps. I'm like, first off, fuck you.
Oh wow.
Their solution is to take birth control.
I've heard of that. It's like
It's not a
everyone's-
solution.
Yeah, everyone's on birth control when they have ovarian cysts. Or
It's a band-aid.
Yeah.
It's not a solution.
Does it help or it doesn't do shit?
Well,
covers
because
it up.
the point of taking birth control is to stop your menstrual cycle. So if you don't have your menstrual cycle, then you don't go into the situation.
I see.
But the majority of people who end up taking birth control over a long period of time, they have a worse situation after they get off.
Yeah, there's like fertility issues.
Fertility, there's a bunch of complications.
There's like this whole
It's
movement
not a
right
solution.
Are you trying to have a baby? Because I think a lot of people might want to help you with that.
Okay, so it's been great, Joe.
No, stay.
Wait.
We'll find you a suitor.
Find you somebody.
These people are gonna help you.
They're really good.
They're really.
Very huge male fan base.
Yeah. Look.
Almost too big.
And that means you have
Not big by height.
This interrupts my life a lot. The last 5-6 months have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like I've gone through my own medical school just to find a solution for this.
yeah, and that's what usually happens.
And biohacking with food and exercise during certain times of the day and throughout the month changes that. However, I remember being on set and I'm filming and I get it.
Oh, fuck.
There's nobody, and that's the problem. It's like there's nobody that can cover me. It's a 15-hour day.
What do you do?
Yeah.
I just sucked it up and
Holy shit, that's crazy.
So like I'm like shaking, like about to pass out, probably gonna like vomit, and just like let's get this fucking shot.
What's the rate of occurrence nowadays for when that happens? Like on average so far?
So the pain level nowadays, like before it was like a 11 out of 10. And I have a pretty high pain tolerance. So
Yeah.
it's pretty bad. Now I would say it varies between like yesterday, the last day and a half was like 6, 7.
Oh shit.
Wow, so you really did biohack it down a little bit. Yeah.
And it's like every menstrual cycle.
Every month.
Fuck, dude.
Every month. I plan for it.
And she is so sweet during her period. What's everybody else's?
Yeah.
Let's go. What's your excuse?
It's just like the day after, I'm just so grateful for the fact that I can
You're alive?
walk.
Wow.
Walk and just eat or just drink water again. Like I'm just so grateful for that I'm just like, I'm in a great mood.
Dude, I wish my wife could suck it up like you.
Hey, tell me about it.
Video.
Tell me about it, brother. You know what Kalyne has to go through?
And guess what? She biohacked it herself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of biohacking are you
No,
doing?
that took me like 5 years
Crying.
to find somebody else. And it was a woman who also went through that.
So she gave you some tips.
So I read her book and I was like, oh shit. Like I've even done like these neurostimulators too to like
Oh.
block the pain receptors from going to your brain. I've done so many things.
Oh my gosh.
I like the idea of using her as an example next time someone's bitching and be like, you have any idea? Kalyne's got mesothelioma. Yeah. Look it up. Just say the wrong shit.
She's got Jitsukawa.
Oh shit, she does?
She's got Muzzy. I know she does. She told me.
She's got syphilis. Okay.
That's not the same.
That one may not help.
All right, thank you so much, Joe.